with Xinhua News Agency. Today we will show you around one of the world's most charming villages, Sidi Bou Said in Tunisia. Tunisia, this North African country, has a history of over 3,000 years and is so rich in tourism resources. From early this year, Chinese people don't need a visa to enter Tunisia anymore, so now it's really convenient for us to come here for holidays. China-Tunisia relations have enjoyed a stable, healthy development since their establishment 53 years ago. This year's visa-free access also indicates Tunisia views China as an important market and welcomes more Chinese tourists here. Now, Tunisia has gradually become an attractive destination for Chinese tourists. Guys, I really welcome you to join us in this live tour on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. This will be a fantastic journey. Wow, this is the main street of Sidi Bou Said. You see, most streets here are cobblestone streets. And today we will also walk along this main street. Wow, various craft stores, shops. Yeah, look what we could find here. Yeah, the ceramics, the traditional clothes, the leather bags. Wow, the trinkets, the hammered brass. Well, really various traditional crafts. It is quite impossible to come back from holidays without souvenirs. Also in Sidi Bou Said, there are many temptations for your choice. And Sidi Bou Said is well known for its signature color white and blue, and some people even call it Africa Santorini. Actually, Sidi Bou Said has a history of over 800 years and has been recognized as World Heritage Site by UNESCO. At the starting point of a walk through this ancient village, this is the famous Café de Nattes. It is located at the center of this village and is definitely one of the most famous places here. Yeah, local customers usually come here at day 4 to slowly enjoy the traditional mint tea or smoke shisha seated on mats of the stairs. Yeah, look, there are 2 terraces on both sides of the building, and over there you could have a fine view of the main street and the whole village. Yeah, as far as I know, this cafe for decades has attracted numerous artists, writers, painters to come here to look for inspiration. And today, there will be a tour guide to join me, and he knows this village quite well. Lakda is a quite experienced tour guide, and he has been working here for over 30 years. He knows this village quite well. Yeah, Lakda, could you share more information with our audience about the history of this building?
Wow, this building is called Café des Nattes. Café des Nattes, Nat means mats, right? In fact, people, when they used to come here, they would sit on mats and enjoy drinking mint tea or smoking shisha. But what about the history of this building? Of course, it dates back to the end of the 19th century and the beginning of the 20th century. It is situated on the highest spot of the village, from which you can have a beautiful panoramic view giving on the whole village. And it is also called Al-Qahwa Al-Ala, which means in our language, the highest cafe. It is also a meeting place for artists, singers, poets, painters. And of course, it is also a mythical place. I have to tell you something else, so that the inner part or the interior of the building reveals the beauty of the Arab Moorish architecture, especially the decoration. That's why many movie directors had chosen the inner part of the building to shoot scenes of their famous films. And if you come here late in the evening, you will see lots of people sitting on those stairs and enjoying, of course, the beautiful panoramic view as well as their mint tea or shisha.
Yeah, thank you, Lakda. Thank you for introduction, and I will meet you later through our tour, okay? Yeah, Sidi Bou Said is such a beautiful place, has a history of over 800 years, and has been recognized as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. Yeah, Sidi Bou Said is located in northern Tunisia, very close to the capital city, Tunis, just about 20 kilometers away. The whole village is built on top of a steep cliff overlooks the Mediterranean Sea, so you could imagine the view in this village is quite extraordinary. Well, now we have come to this delicious place. Here, we could taste the traditional fried sugar-coated donuts in this village. It's quite popular, called bambaloni. Yeah, many inhabitants from the capital city Tunis come here. One of the main purposes is to enjoy a bambaloni. And sometimes you have to be patient and have to queue up to buy it because it's rather popular. Remember to come here and taste one. Yeah, let's continue. Along our walk, we have seen some Chinese tourists here. Actually, from early this year, Chinese people don't need a visa to enter Tunisia anymore. As long as we have a round-trip flight ticket and a valid hotel reservation voucher within 90 days. So now it's really convenient for us to come here for holidays. And Tunisia has gradually become a really attractive destination for us. Well, now we have come to this really important place because here you will know the roots of this village's name and why it is called Sidi Bou Said. And now we will have our tour guide. So could you share more information with our audience about this place? And we could talk as we walk, okay?
So these stairs lead to the famous mosque of Sidi Bou Said and also to its mausoleum or tomb where he was buried. In fact, Sidi Bou Said was a saint person who devoted his life during the 13th century to teach religion and also to protect the village. In fact, during the Crusades, there were lots of Christian invasion. So with all his followers, he defended the village and he protected. That's why we called him the protector of the sea. Also, this place includes the mausoleum, what we call Zawiya, and also the mosque. It is considered as a sacred place, a holy place, where people meet to pray, to thank this saint for his favors. So here is the place where he is buried. That's his tomb, right? And of course, people, when they visit such a place, they would enter here, pray, right, and make a wish. What kind of people, of course, visit this place? We have sick people who want to be recovered from their sickness, illness, students who are going to sit for an exam, and also women who are getting married. All of them would come here to make a wish and to pray. And if the wish comes through, they return here and they will, of course, thank this saint, right, for his favors.
Guys, if you are just joining us, we are live on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. And now we are touring around this beautiful village, Sidi Bou Said in Tunisia. Yeah, look at the view in front of us. This is the beautiful Mediterranean Sea. Because the entire village is built on top of a steep cliff, overlooks the Mediterranean Sea. So the view will be phenomenal throughout our entire trip. Stay tuned with us and leave comments if you like our program. Please share with your friends.
Every Friday, of course, people would visit this place, would gather, and would spend the whole day praying and singing all those religious songs. So, Sidi Bou Said, who founded this village by the 13th century, right, had done a lot to teach religion to the people here, right? And of course, as I told you before, after his death, they buried him right here. But though he founded this village, by the 13th century, the local authorities had named or had called the village after his name by the 19th century.
Thank you, Victor. Thank you for your introduction, and I will meet you later through our tour. Wow, those beautiful ceramics. Wow, the traditional clothes, really beautiful. Oh, Sidi Bou Said is also well known as the white and blue village for its extensive use of white and blue. As we climb upward, you will see there's a car. Be careful. Okay. First, we will let the car pass. Yes, Sidi Bou Said is also well known as the white and blue village. And as we climb upward, you will see a signature color, white and blue, everywhere in this village. This is the question, why there are only two major colors, white and blue, in this village? And for so many years, preserved so well without destruction? You could have your answers posted online. Well, throughout our journey, we will tell you the correct answer. In today's live tour, the Public Relations and Communication Manager from Tunisia National Tourism Office will join me. Hello, Leila. Now we're around this beautiful village, Sidi Bou Said. And we know Sidi Bou Said is one of the various scene sites in Tunisia. Tunisia has a history of over 3,000 years and so rich in tourism resources, while the charming nature, the multicolored culture, and the multi-civilization history. So, Leila, could you give our audience a general introduction of Tunisia tourism resources?
Oh, it would be a pleasure. Thank you. Well, listen, I think Tunisia is the best well-kept secret of North Africa. Chinese people are discovering it, and this year Tunisia has been chosen as the best destination of the year. So this is a source of pride for us, of course. But to tell you the truth, Tunisia has a lot to offer to Chinese people. The list is very long, but we'll resume it in 5 good reasons, the strong one. The main attraction are is the beach and the sea. Water, the 100 kilometers of coastline, beautiful white sand beaches. Okay, it's there. Then you have this incredible 3,000 years of history, and the archaeological sites are just amazing because they allow you to discover the different civilizations that came to Tunisia. And one of my favorite parts is probably the Bardo Museum, where you can discover the most prestigious collection of mosaics. Then you have this amazing experience of the desert of the Sahara, which is the most important, the largest desert of the world. And you have the opportunity to go to the desert, to stay in incredible accommodations, very comfortable, and experience it just like in the movie The English Patient, for example, you know. And this is very important. You can discover the incredible film locations, and among them we usually discover the Star Wars decor that is still there, and I know that many Chinese people are fan of Star Wars. And of course, in all of this, we have incredible cuisine, traditional and international cuisine that allows Chinese people to discover Mediterranean tastes and from all over the world influences. And finally, you can't go back to your land without taking a little souvenir from handicraft. So there's a lot of shopping to do as well. Yeah. So you see all of these nice combinations, these reasons makes it a very attractive destination for all, and and at a very right cost as well.
Wow, so attractive. I believe after your introduction, many of our viewers already have plans to come here for holidays. But we have to mention some of our viewers still have the concerns about the security in Tunisia. They may wonder, is it safe now to spend holidays now in Tunisia? And so Leila, could you share more information about the current security situation in Tunisia with our audience?
Listen, Tunisia right now is under perfect control. Everything is under control. For the last years, important budgets have been invested in buying equipment, in recruiting agents, security agents, in training them, in supervising them. We have private agencies and the institutional and the authorities that are making sure that everything is set. We have cameras, we have scanners everywhere, 24-hour surveillance in touristic resorts, outside, in the archaeological sites. Truly, everything is under control. But I think the most interesting part when we talk about security and how come, the environment is so secure, as you can see in this beautiful area, I think it comes from the Tunisian people themselves. I mean, we are just life. We crave for life. We love festivities, we love to go out, we love to enjoy restaurants, go to coffee parlors with family, with friends. So the security is there, and I think and the Tunisian people themselves are the best way of securing your stay. So make sure that you come and feel secure in our land.
Yeah, thank you, Leila. Thank you for your introduction, and I will meet you later through our tour, okay? Along the walk, we have seen doors painted in blue with beautiful decorations at every corner of the street. Doors are really kind of typical feature, special feature here, and different doors at different corners. Yeah, we see the drawings on the doors are vertically symmetrical with traditional themes, the crescents, the stars, really beautiful. And now we will have our tour guide. Could you answer the questions posted by our viewers online? Why these doors are decorated like this, and what's the story and history of these doors?
Okay, well, those doors are called the doors of the Medina. In fact, the Medina is the old part of the city of Tunis. The doors of the Medina are decorated with a variety of designs. Of course, they are geometrical designs as well as floral or vegetal designs. Some designs, of course, have their religious significance, of course, such as the star with 5 angles symbolizing Islam. Of course, all those designs are part of the arabesque, of course, style. These doors are different from one house to another, and they date back to early periods, starting from the 10th century up to the 18th century.
We know that Sidi Bou Said is a white and blue village, yet for its signature color white and blue. And our audience are also very curious why this village is called white and blue village. There are only 2 major colors in this village for so many years and preserved so well without destruction. So could you tell us?
Yes, scholars. The village of Sidi Bou Said is also called the white and blue village, right? And when we talk about those 2 colors, we also have to mention the presence of a wealthy British and French citizens who was attracted by the village during the 20th century, more exactly by 1950, who came over here, and he was attracted by this, as he told me, by this beauty of the village. So he bought a palace, and he bought many other palaces to restore them. And with the help of the local authorities, of course, he compelled people, when they built their palaces or houses, to respect the components of the Arab Moorish style, and also to keep those 2 colors. I mean, to stick to those 2 colors, the blue and white. Or the white color, since we are in a hot country, helps people to diminish, to attenuate the effect of the heat during summertime. The blue color symbolizes the Mediterranean Sea, but also for the local people here. When they use such color, it's a type of mosquito repellent. So these are the main reason behind the use of the two colors. But we should also mention that thanks to Baron d'Erlanger, Baron d'Erlanger helped a lot, right, to preserve this type of architecture and also to make people stick to those two colors.
After our introduction, I believe our audience already have deeper understanding of this village's history and culture. And thank you for today's work. Wow, Sidi Bou Said, this village is such a beautiful place. For me, sometimes it is even more painted than real. If you come here, you will definitely fall in love with this place. And guys, besides the main street, you should also try the different alleys. Because as you carefully walk into any alley, the colors will appear harmoniously at the corner of each street. The dazzling white, the vivid blue. And here, you don't need to be professional in taking photos because every photo you take, even just with a cell phone, could be a beautiful postcard. This village with history and spirituality, while also such a beautiful place, is attractive to artists. So galleries, studios, workshops are scattered at different corners, different alleys of this village. Along our walk, this village really has an intense feel of artistry and craftsmanship. Well, guys, because the entire village is located on top of a steep cliff, overlooks the Mediterranean Sea, so the view throughout our entire trip will be phenomenal. Stay tuned with us, and the view will constantly amaze you. If you like our program, please leave your comments and share with your friends. Hi, hello, Leila. Yeah, Leila is the Public Relations and Communication Manager from Tunisia National Tourism Office. Yeah, Leila, along our walk, actually we have seen some Chinese tourists here.
Great.
Yeah, from early this year, from mid-February.
Yes.
Yeah, Chinese people don't need a visa to enter Tunisia anymore as long as we have a round-trip flight ticket and a valid hotel reservation voucher within 90 days. So now it's really convenient for us to spend holidays here. So Leila, why Tunisia decided to exempt entry visa for Chinese tourists this year?
Actually, as you well know, the Chinese market is an incredible outbound market of tourism for us, for Tunisia. I'm so glad that there are so many Chinese people around already. As you know, in 2016 we declared that it was the Chinese year because we were putting in place all the process to facilitate the suppression of the visa. And the Chinese market is an important outbound market for tourism. Chinese people are traveling more and more abroad. They're excellent spenders, and we believe that the future is definitely with the Chinese market. So there was also a consideration, according to tour operators that are working in the Chinese market, in order to increase the volume of tourists, we had to reduce the hassle of getting the visa. So this is an excellent step that's been done, and we are already registering an increase, and by the end of this year we should be having about more than 10,000 Chinese tourists. It's great news.
So now it's really convenient for Chinese tourists to come here for holidays. And I believe this is also a good news for Tunisia tourism market. As we all know that Tunisia Foreign Minister had his official visit to China last month, and during an exclusive interview with Xinhua News Agency, he said Tunisia supports China's proposed Belt and Road Initiative and stands ready to be involved in the cooperation projects under the initiative. So what is the Belt and Road Initiative? Guys, I will explain to you. The Belt and Road Initiative proposed by Chinese President Xi Jinping in the year 2013 refers to building a Silk Road economic belt and the 21st century maritime Silk Road. It aims to build trade and infrastructure networks connecting Asia with Europe and Africa along the ancient Silk Road trade routes to seek common prosperity and development. Yeah, so far under the Belt and Road Initiative, various international cooperation platforms have been set up, and the initiative has gradually brought benefits and opportunities to all people involved. In your opinion, what kind of opportunities and benefits will the Belt and Road Initiative bring to Tunisia tourism market?
Oh, this is an incredible, fascinating, and a very wise initiative because it's a way of building bridges and communicating. We are living in a world that is every time more digitally connected, and it's less human. In the case of Tunisia, since we don't have natural resources, we are really investing in the human resource, and the human resource allows you to work on your history, on your culture, and it allows you to strengthen bonds between nations. So I think that the Belt and the Route initiative is going to help develop the relationship with closer relationship and exchanges and trade with the Chinese people. So we're very glad, and we are definitely supporting the initiative.
China relations have enjoyed a stable and healthy development since their establishment 53 years ago. And the Tunisian Foreign Minister said this year's visa-free access also indicates Tunisia views China as an important market. We believe under the Belt and Road Initiative, there will be huge potential of Chinese tourist market, and the number of Chinese tourists in Tunisia will be greatly boosted. And China will also become a future tourism partner for Tunisia, right? Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, Leila, thank you for receiving our interview today. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Yeah, guys, let's continue. I hope you enjoy our program so far, and this is the beautiful Sidi Bou Said in Tunisia, one of the world's most charming villages. Well, see over there, that's the capital city, Tunis, because Sidi Bou Said is located in northern Tunisia, very close to the capital city, just about 20 kilometers away. So from here, we could clearly see the capital city. And this is the beautiful Mediterranean Sea. Well, because Sidi Bou Said, this village is located on top of a steep cliff, overlooks the Mediterranean Sea. Well, guys, see what a view! The distant mountains, the port, wow, so stunning. At the same time, we could feel the fresh breeze come from the sea. It's really comfortable. Time seems to have stopped, and I really love this place. Yeah, guys, if you like our program, please share with your friends. Yeah, this will be the end of our live program today, and this is the beautiful Sidi Bou Said in Tunisia. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.